Which brings us to our sixth one, which is get support. And this kind of ties in a little bit with the telling people, but definitely join a local nano group. They're all around the world. You can just go onto the NaNoWriMo website, put in your location of where you're at, and you can probably find a few that are within driving or maybe even walking distance of you. And they usually will meet once or twice during the month. The group that I have actually meets twice a week during November. And having that support of the crazy and other people understand what it is that you're going through, trying to get these 50,000 words out, that can be very helpful.
Yeah, and also if you can't do that, I mean, it even has like a buddy system online, doesn't it? Where
yes, it does.
You can find an online buddy who you can just exchange messages with, talk about their project, talk about yours, and it's fun to be part of this world. It's like this world springs up for a month and then just like disappears again.
Yeah, it does. And it wasn't this. So it was a year ago spring, that I did Camp Nano, and I did it online with a group, and it was fun because there was a guy from Australia, there was a guy from France, and it was just a whole international group of people that were there talking about writing, and it was exciting to do that. And it was a lot of fun getting to know some other people.
Yeah, because it's all about the network.
It is, especially when it comes time to publishing and starting to talk with people about your book. You never know what's going to happen when you meet a good acquaintance, and that you can support each other through writing.
Definitely.
So, number 7, look after yourself.
Yeah, I think this is generally just good advice anyway, but it's even more good advice for writers, and it's just imperative for NaNoWriMoers because you're not moving for a month. You're just sitting there glued to the screen. If you're not writing, you're probably drafting, or you're sitting there thinking about it, or you just, I don't know, lying there depressed because you've left it for 5 days and you've got 8,000 words. and you're drinking way too much coffee. But I think, get up, have a walk, get to the gym if you go, eat well, put some good things into your body. You don't want to be sort of getting drunk every night and then trying to write 1,600 words. And I think if you look after yourself, and you'll have the energy and you'll have the motivation and you'll feel good. It's a good thing this is a hard competition, and you want to arm yourself in any way you can. And I think this is just another string to your bow to, be feeling good about yourself when you go into this competition.
Well, yeah, I mean, you take a look at it. You're not training for a marathon here. You're not going to go out and run and, a triathlon and run and bike and swim or do something like that. But at the same time, you really still have to take care of yourself, making sure that you're hydrated, because your mind has to use all your energy. And it really does take energy. And if you don't write on a daily basis, on a regular basis, normally you're going to find that it can be painful. I remember getting the stiffness in like carpal tunnel type thing the first 2 months that I was working full time as a writer, and then not spending enough time getting up and moving around. You've got to take these breaks in between to make sure your body's being well taken care of. And having a good, strong mind and body actually helps that creativity continue to flow. And talking about creativity brings us to our 8th one, which is recharge your creativity. And this can happen, at any time. And if is it Stephen King that says that writers read, something like that? That if you're not reading, you're not writing. I think that's from him, and then just paraphrasing that probably poorly. But
I'm sure he said it at some point.
At some point, I'm sure he did. So, but if you're writing all the time, sometimes you drain that well, and you need to go back and find some refreshment to fill it back up. So take a break, watch a good movie, read a great book, get some quality storytelling entertainment through comics or something. And, at the very minimum, you could sit down and read Hank Hudson, which is a fantastic book that'll help recharge your creativity.
It's so true. I mean, it might be something away from writing, you get a clear headspace or something. And like, because for me, it's if I go for a walk or if I'm just taking a shower, like something pops into my head when I'm not even trying to think of something. Like I was brushing my teeth the other day, and I've sort of like recently had a story back, and there's a few sort of problems that I'm trying to work through, and I was just really stuck, and I just left it. And I was just brushing my teeth, and then I just like stopped in the middle, and it just came to me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even trying to think of it. But I think if you read a good book like Hank Hudson as well, and you see how other people are doing it, and you think, oh, I really like it's such a writer thing to say, but I really like the way they put that sentence together. It can inspire you, and it kind of makes you want to like run back to the keyboard and carry on working.
Yeah, it really can, and it can be a lot of fun that way, that you can take those breaks and to get your mind. And I loved how you said that, that your mind will constantly be working on the problems that that you need to solve. And you never know when those answers are going to come. And so that can be a lot of fun when you get those.
And because I was brushing my teeth, I couldn't write it down, and it took me the rest of the day to remember it. So
that's the worst.
Carry a pen.
Carry a pen in the bathroom. Just have it right there on the wall.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to have the waterproof tablet. You can have it in the shower, or even like when the idea is kind of streaming out.
Thank you for listening, and come back next week for more. Please visit thebookeditorshow.com for show notes, links to guests, books and extras, and for information on how to be a guest on the show.